Hey guys, it's Emily with Ideas of Emily, and today I'm doing the January edition of the Golden Vlog. Before I get going, I'm going to take a second to be real, and I'm sure that if you look right, you can see that shadow that's right there. That is my makeshift tripod, and I wish that you guys could see it. I have a selfie stick with masking tape, and I have taped it to my napkin holder, so that is how legit my setup is right now. So for the first question, what am I loving right now? On a serious note, I've given that some thought, and I think one of the things I'm loving the most right now is that it's a brand new year. It's 2016, and I've taken a lot of time to sit down and reflect on 2015. And 2015 was a pretty difficult year for me, in all honesty. There was a lot of stress, there was a lot of disappointments, and there was also a lot of personal growth. I don't want to say that, all of that isn't to say that, there weren't blessings in 2015, because there were, but just overall, it was a hard year for me. And so I think I'm happy that I've been able to take that time and think about the past year, and then going into the new year, have hope for this new year, and be intentional about the things that I want to do in this year. And just after having experienced some of the things that I did in 2015, even though a lot of it was difficult, it has helped me to see more of the direction that I want to go in 2016. And so I feel really hopeful towards that, and I'm just excited for a new year and taking the time out to really think about the things that I want to do this year and being really intentional about it. And so I'm loving that it's January. I'm loving that it's 2016. So the next one is working towards, and right now I am definitely in the process of working towards moving. It will be a huge accomplishment once we get all of our stuff moved from the place that we live now to our new place. And so I'm working towards making that happen in the most not stressful way as possible. In the past, when we've moved, which we've moved a lot over the past couple of years, but in the past, I think that we looked at it kind of like what it's like when you're moving from a dorm, which you pretty much pack everything up in a day or a weekend or something like that. And so the past couple of times that we've moved apartments, we have just kind of taken only a weekend, and in one case only taken a day, to move an entire apartment, which I don't recommend doing that. But we've learned from it. We've realized that we have a lot more furniture and things like that than we did back when we lived in the dorms and in college apartments and things like that. And so now I'm just working towards making this move very organized. And so, I have this masking tape, and I'm using that to, label all my different bags and boxes. And I went to Target and bought a bunch of storage containers. I'm really happy because I've started the process of moving early. So instead of, I was talking about starting to work on things the day before we move, I'm doing it weeks before we move. Eating is the next one. So what am I eating? So my mom still gives me and my brother and John, my husband, Christmas stockings, and she pretty much filled the entire thing with candy, which is awesome, and as an adult, not awesome at the same time. And so I've got, and we have both me and John's candy in here, so we've got 2 things of Andes Mints, and I've got a half-eaten thing of Reese's Pieces, and I still have a Crunch Bar, and I have a Caramel Santa. I've just been succumbing to the temptation of the candy, and so I need to start, because it's the middle of January now. At first I was well, it's okay to eat candy for breakfast because it's the holidays, but now it's the middle of January, so I need to start kind of cutting it back. But I did have a yogurt and granola and cranberry parfait earlier today, and I actually haven't had any candy today. So, and I'm hoping that I can go to the gym tomorrow. So I will slowly but surely get back into my regular eating habits. For feeling, I'm feeling somewhat optimistic right now, because for a long time, I still am, but for a long time I've really been in this quarter life crisis situation, where I've been confused about the direction that I want to go, and I feel like after just doing a lot, and I mean a lot of soul searching, that I'm starting to know the direction that I want to head in more. And so I'm feeling pretty optimistic about that. And that's a good thing. For enjoying, first thing that came to mind is that I'm enjoying the thought that we will soon be moving to our new place. I really like the townhome that we live in, but there's been some negative things about it, just that, like for example, since in the past 3 months, our car has been broken into twice since we've been living here. And this past time, they actually stole something. They stole my husband's iPod. And so I'm not feeling super great about the neighborhood that we've been living in. That just makes me a little freaked out, and it's really frustrating to have your car be broken into, especially twice. And the new place will have a garage, and so we'll be able to keep our car a lot safer, and not have to worry about that so much. And we'll also have a backyard. The townhome that we live in right now, we don't have a backyard. We don't have anywhere private that we can go and sit outside. It's not even like an apartment where you have like a private balcony. We just don't have anything. And I'm one of those people where I love to sit outside, and I love to, go outside and read, or take my laptop outside, or just sit outside and talk. And so I'm really excited to have a backyard where we can be able to go outside and, have a little private space outside. So yes, I'm really enjoying the thought of our new place. What am I watching right now? So I just got done with watching this really great show called The Man in the High Castle. It was on Amazon Prime, and so it was one of those shows where they released the entire season on Amazon Prime, and so John and I binge watched it in about 3 days, and I love that show. Basically what it's about, it's a really interesting and thought-provoking premise. Basically, it is about a alternate reality where what would have happened if the US and the Allies had lost World War II. And so in this reality, the US after World War II is completely different. The West Coast is occupied by the Japanese, and the East Coast and a lot of the central states are occupied by the Nazis. And so it's just exploring what that would have looked like, and there's a really strong female lead character in it, and basically it's all these characters get thrown into this situation that they were not expecting to be thrown into, and it's really well done. It completely kept my attention. I really definitely recommend it. As for what I'm currently watching right now, last night I just got caught up on Downton Abbey, so I've been watching that. I've been a huge fan of Downton ever since the show started. I've watched every season. I'm really sad that it's ending, although I do think that it kind of makes sense just because they've covered so much ground in the amount of years that they're supposed to have covered for the show, and I just think that it would start to get a little bit unrealistic without changing out different characters or doing, I guess, some really serious aging makeup, to have these same characters playing the same roles for as fast as the timeline has moved. And I also do think that as much as I hate for the show to end, I also think there is such a thing as quitting while you're ahead and stopping while the show is still really good, and not just keeping it going where it's like a completely different show. They've already lost, like, Sybil, she was my favorite character, and Matthew was also a wonderful character, and, both of those actors have moved on, which has changed the show. So I think that you know, as much as I hate to see it go, I do understand why they're doing it. I also started watching Superstore last night, which is actually by the same producer who produced The Office, which is why I was interested in it, because I love The Office. It's one of my favorite shows ever. And so I was like, well, you know, it's like a workplace comedy because it's about a bunch of people who work in retail, and so, you know, it's like a workplace comedy by the same person who produced The Office. So I gave it a shot, and it was pretty funny. I think it'll take a couple episodes to kind of see if I think it has potential to keep having other seasons. But I laughed. I mean, there's like a couple times where I legitimately just was laughing a lot. And so if you're looking for something just kind of lighthearted and you like The Office, then Superstore might be something that you'd want to watch. So what am I writing right now? Right now I'm getting ready to write my post for the Grateful Heart Monday link up. This is one of my favorite link ups, and it's also with one of my favorite bloggers. It's with the Ember Gray blog, and Emily, the author of that blog, is just really sweet. I've also found a lot of other really sweet bloggers through this link up. And basically what it is every week on Monday, you write a post that just talks about something that you're grateful for. And the idea behind it is to start your week off with a grateful heart, and to also start the week off with the right perspective. And so if you're interested in finding a link up to participate in, I really recommend that one. It's a great one. So I'm getting ready to write my post for that. Who am I following right now? So recently on Facebook, I just started following this really cool organization called Harley's Hope. And the Harley's Hope Foundation, from what I understand, what they do is if a pet is having health problems, but the pet's family doesn't have the financial means to be able to get them to the vet for those problems, the Harley's Hope Foundation comes in and tries to help families be able to pay for the expenses, so that their animals don't get taken away, or they can, you know, so that they can still live with their family but be able to live comfortably and have a happy life. And my family has gone through that type of situation before. I saw what these guys were doing, I heard about them, and immediately followed them, because I think that's awesome that an organization is there that cares about those types of situations, because it is a really hard situation. What I'm listening to right now, so I love Ed Sheeran, and huge Ed Sheeran fan ever since his first album came out, and I love the second one. I like a lot of different kinds of music, but one of my favorite kinds of music is the acoustic kind of chill kind of music. And so yeah, like coffee shop kind of stuff, you know. So Ed Sheeran just started a label, his own record label, and he signed this guy called Jamie Lawson, who is also a British singer-songwriter, and has a really similar style to Ed Sheeran. He has a really chill vibe, he has some really beautiful lyrics, and I've really been enjoying listening to his stuff. So it's Jamie Lawson's self-titled album, and if you like Ed Sheeran, then you'll probably like him. As far as trying goes, I think I'm always trying to be a little bit more self-disciplined. I mean, I'm sure most of us are. So like I was talking about earlier with my moving, you know, being self-disciplined to say, okay, today I'm going to pack this box. You know, self-discipline with my blog, coming up with a schedule for my blog and the things I want to post, and sticking to it. You know, really just anything like that, especially things that involve routine and things that I need to do. I'm always just trying to be more self-disciplined. So for wearing, I thought I would show you this ring that I got. I don't know what this type of ring is called, but I've been seeing them a lot lately, where it doesn't go in complete loop, but you know, that way you get to have kind of some interest with like two different jewels or two different designs that are on either end. Yeah, I got it at Old Navy, so it definitely wasn't expensive. It came in a pack of 3 different rings, so it was this one. They were all like this style, but it was this one and then 2 others just with different types of stones in them. Yeah, you know, it's fun just to buy kind of jewelry like that where it's not expensive and then you can just easily switch it out. And so I got that the other day. I just think it's kind of an interesting look, it's different. I hadn't really seen any rings like that until recently, so. I love that pinning is one of the questions on here. What have you been pinning lately? Because I'm always pinning something. One of the things that I pinned the other day was this quote. I really like pinning quotes, and this one that I pinned the other day is from a writer named Charles DeLint. And it says, "Don't forget, no one else sees the world the way that you do, so no one else can tell the stories that you have to tell." And I felt like that was very applicable to blogging and doing anything creative, writing, blogging, filmmaking, any kind of creativity. It's true. There is not any other person in the world that is you, that has had your experiences and gone through the things that you've gone through. And that means that you have your own unique voice. And that's something that we might forget from time to time, because there are people that are like us, and there are people that we might think are better at writing than we are better at doing, whatever it is that we're pursuing than we are. But what you have to keep in mind is that you're you, and that's your greatest asset. You have your own unique voice, and it's so important to remember that means that you have something to share that's unlike anything else that anyone can share. And if you're pursuing something creative, like all of us blogging are, I think it's something to really keep in mind daily, and especially when you're getting discouraged. Traveling. So if you read my blog, you know that I love to travel. And right now I'm going to be in Colorado Springs for the next couple of weeks, but my 25th birthday is on February 7th, and so I'm going to be going to Austin. We're going to fly to Austin, and I'll spend my birthday with my parents. And so that'll be good. I found out that my grandmother and my aunt, who live here in Colorado, are also going to be flying to Austin during that time because they're helping a friend with something. And so it coincides with my birthday, so it'll actually be my parents, John, and my grandma and my aunt together. And so that'll be a really fun weekend. For what I'm reading right now, I actually just picked up this book. It's called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And it is by Marie Kondo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've been hearing a lot of really good things about this book, and because I'm in the process of moving, I felt like reading something about organization would be really good and helpful, because I really would like to, when we get to the new place, be able to just start fresh and start really having a good organization system. And so I've been hearing a lot of really good things about this book from different bloggers. So I went to Target and bought it the other day, and I can't say too much about it yet because I'm only on the first chapter, but I'm planning on trying to get through all of it before we move, and maybe I'll do a book review on the blog or on my channel at some point. For celebrating, right now I'm celebrating the fact that I had an interview yesterday. I've been trying very hard to be incredibly intentional about the type of work that I pursue and the type of projects that I work on. And yesterday I had an interview with a nonprofit that I'm really passionate about, and I think it went well, but I don't know what's going to happen with it. All you can do is try your best, and I know that I put my all into it, and regardless of the outcome, I think that when you do things like this where you're going after things that you care about, each of those experiences helps you to move forward and to learn more about yourself, and I think that each experience like that pushes you closer to the things that you end up doing and the things that you care about. And so right now, just really happy that I feel like I did everything that I could for it. And so I think that's something to celebrate. So that's what we're celebrating over here. That's all for the questions. Thanks a lot for watching. If you're interested in ever participating in the Golden Vlog, I have a lot of fun doing it. If you're ever interested in doing it, then I'll put all the info down at the bottom. And anyway, yeah, definitely. Ooh, my cat just jumped up on the table. Maybe he'll come say hi. Oliver, come here. Come here. Look, there he is. Come here. Come here. Oliver. Come on. Here, I'm just gonna grab him. This is Oliver. Say hello. Hello, Internet. Woo! Okay, he doesn't like this. Okay. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, if you get the chance, check out my blog at ideasofemily.com. And anyways, yeah, thanks a lot for watching, like I said, and hopefully you can do the golden vlog with us next time. So, all right, bye.